Welcome to the SOAR Show. I'm Kathleen.
Hi, I'm Sheila.
I'm Rebecca.
And I'm Carrie, and we're back at Champy's. This seems to be our regular spot, and there's
It's a
all
great
four of us.
Yay!
Group hug. Okay, so today we're going to talk about crows and eagles. Let's see what that's all about. Words of the day, though.
Got one. My word today is gift. You got one? You need one? Let's all use what we have to benefit
I
others.
love that word.
That's my word.
Aw.
Yes, I love
You got one or you need one. A gift. Be one to somebody.
There you go.
Yeah.
Timely. My word is pain. I have been in a lot of pain today, y'all. So I have a little body art on the top of one of my feet and kind of wanted to embellish it. So I did that about a year ago. That embellishing didn't go the way I wanted, so I have spent about 2.5 hours this morning getting that redone. And if you've never had a tattoo on the top of your foot, you have never felt pain as excruciating as this was.
And that's the worst part.
Oh my
it
gosh,
looks
but it does.
so good.
It was worth every second.
My word is hungry, because I'm hungry, because I've been
Right
running
now.
all day, and we're recording this later than normal, and I'm hungry. But when I thought of the word hungry, I thought about the movie The Help, where the little girl comes from the pool scene, and she's like, "Mommy, I'm hungry," and she goes, "She's always hungry." That's a good thing.
You
She
should
was
always
making
be
fun of
hungry.
me. Should always be hungry. Hungry for life, a job, your passions, and I feel like that makes you happy.
Mine is a word, at the end of a word, it's burr. B-E-R, burr. We just had Labor Day, and now we are into the Septembers, the Octobers, the Novembers, the Decembers, and I'm really starting to embrace it. So I'm embracing the burrs.
It's fall, y'all.
Oh, with the birds, what's the bird?
Yeah, which is fun, exactly.
Yeah.
So on to you.
Clever, creative, I like that.
I like it.
Mhm. Do we have a fun fact?
We do. Did you know that your brain uses about 1/4 of the oxygen you take in? So if you're ever, so don't let yourself get oxygen deprived. When you're feeling sluggish, and Rebecca's gonna jump right in here.
Don't listen to me. Wait for the health tip, but it has to do with what Sheila just said. And I swear, we didn't discuss this at all. That's
Okay.
crazy.
I can't
Well,
wait.
think about that. When someone has been unconscious for a while, the first thing they say is she has suffered brain damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oxygen deprivation is a bad thing.
Yeah, it's a bad thing.
So, breathe. Even though they wear masks, breathe.
All right.
Step outside the store and catch your breath. I had to do that this weekend.
I do
was with
that too.
sister-in-law shopping,
Hate
long
those masks.
line, and I was like, I gotta go outside. I can't breathe.
That literally just happened to me. I went running in here with a mask and thought I was going to suffocate.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're horrible.
Yeah.
Current event.
So I hear that travel's up 30% this
That
month.
sounded like a joke.
From
So
last
I heard.
month. So I heard. Travel's up 30%. You know, the travel industry has really suffered during COVID. So that's a good sign. I'm excited because y'all know I own a rental property where we host a lot of travelers and vacationers. But the airlines have been struggling. So anyhow, I thought that was a good sign that we're in recovery,
Yes.
that the travel industry is starting to rebound. So hopefully everyone will be able to keep their jobs.
Actually, we were flying this weekend, and I was really, really amazed. They are socially distancing as best they can on Southwest. From listening to other people travel, I kind of expected it to be 50, 40%, 50, somewhere between 40 and 60% empty. I
Yeah.
really expected that, but it was not. All things considered, we were full when you accommodate for that middle seat.
Okay.
It was a full flight.
I just heard on the
Coming
other
and going.
hand, someone who just flew who said their plane was completely full. And I'm like, they didn't leave your seats
Oh.
empty. And she's just like, no.
I flew earlier this summer on Allegiant. They didn't leave the middle seat empty. So
Yeah.
maybe Southwest is the way to go.
Yeah.
I'm kind of thinking Southwest is the way to go too. I'm going to be honest. I got a family member that's a pilot for major airlines. I'm not going to say which one. He says they're packing them like sardines and they're not disinfecting shit.
Oh
Wow.
wow.
So anyway,
That is shocking.
He's
Yes,
keeping
it
his
is.
cockpit closed.
Well, and now
pretty much he is.
And Southwest has all of their cleaning protocol posted everywhere. How
That's
they're cleaning
awesome.
and disinfecting after every flight.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so go Southwest.
Thank you, Southwest.
You know, it seems like there is this fine line for me anyway on what's happening as to, do you stay scared and not do something, or do you just live because it could be your last moment regardless of COVID. We all know people about an accident, they can fall and hit their head, and I would just be so afraid that I stayed home hoping I didn't catch a cold. and missed out on a day to be with friends and family.
I think it's very personal. I really do. And,
Yeah.
and what I don't like is just being told what I have to do or
That's probably the biggest
or
thing
cannot
for me.
do. That's my hang up.
Yeah.
But I think everyone should have their own.
They do, but what I'm
choices.
saying is just remember that just because you are trying to, I don't know, I guess I'll quit because it's a hard thing to figure out.
Yes.
It's like, oh shoot, I
Yes.
shouldn't, but I love you and I want to see you. And like for my kids, if I ended up dying tomorrow from COVID, at least I had a day hanging out with them and having a last minute fun.
Hopefully we'll have a vaccine
Yeah.
soon and it won't be an issue.
Yeah. Anyway, politics there. So, okay, our topic.
Speaking of flying.
Speaking of flying.
Are you gonna soar with eagles?
So the whole story here is we're going to talk about crows versus eagles, and the crows will attack eagles,
The only
But-
bird that will.
the only bird that will, and the crow will attack the eagle, but the eagle doesn't fight back. It continues to soar even higher until the crow can't reach its heights.
Yeah.
It gets to leave the crow
And
behind.
has to.
So do you have any crows in your life that you'd like to soar higher than?
Yeah, you know, we
That are
all have those.
bugging you? Or are you the
I want to
crow?
say parasites. I don't know if you.
Yeah.
I don't guess it's technically the parasite, but we all have those people that are trying to drag us down. And it is good to try and ignore them. And it gets very difficult, but it is a good thing to try and just elevate yourself.
It is true. If you're trying to better yourself, if you're trying to rid yourself of an addiction, for example, the very best thing you can do is leave behind the people, places, and things
Yes.
that are related to those addictions.
Be enablers.
No matter what it is, that's right. And so in that case, yeah, you have to just move on and soar, and eventually the crows will fall off.
We talked about that with the U-Haul last week.
We did.
About leaving your, don't carry too much with you, lighten your load. But you know, these are choices you have every day, and they're like, this is a choice in so many things. Like, just say a lawsuit with a contract. Do you want to pursue the contract and keep the negativity in your life, or do you want to move beyond whatever that was, or hostility in a family? Do you want to keep the struggle going?
Yeah.
And I like the way Carrie just said, it's a daily decision, and that's the thing. And it can be in every aspect of your life, whether it's an addiction or whether it's a decision that you're going to have to make, or whether it is a person in your life that's not good for you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. So it could be that, a friendship.
A family relationship.
I was just able to show a house today where it just fell out of contract yesterday. And when the agent told me why it fell out of contract, it was really for a reason that the sellers could have pursued that buyer.
Oh,
But
wow.
they chose not to. Let's move forward. In this market, we'll sell it. Why go after
Yeah.
that negativity? Let's leave the crow behind.
Well, that is a really good point too, Carrie, because a lot of times you will hear, being in the real estate world, you will hear your client say, but it's the principle. It's the principle of it. But at what price is that principle?
Yeah.
And that's, no matter what's happening in your life, you have to decide, is it worth wallowing and dwelling on the negativity and wallowing in that
Yeah.
with an outcome that may be no better than what you currently have, and all that energy is wasted.
I had never thought about that, about the crow and the eagle. I've never
Yeah.
thought about that. And that, yeah, the crow or the eagle doesn't turn and kick the shit out of the crow. You know, what does he do? He or she do. They soar higher.
And think about that. If the eagle did turn around and fight the crow, the eagle could damage himself. And then he can't continue to soar. So while the person who says it's the principle of it, while they want that other person to pay, you end up paying as well.
Yeah.
Because you lost time too.
Ooh,
Right?
right. This is
That's
awesome.
really
That's a
deep.
lot of depth.
Yes. Sure is.
I like that.
Yeah.
If you can move on,
Yeah. What crows do you have in your life right now?
Or are you trying to soar like an eagle and you're stuck on the ground with turkeys?
There you go.
Whole nother topic.
whole other topic.
Stay tuned next week.
It is a daily decision, so maybe every time there's something that you hang up, you're angry about, you feel like, oh, you know, like, just stop for a second. Can I fly higher if I leave this behind?
Which reminds me of the name of our show, SOAR.
This is
Yeah.
a show.
That's exactly, it's how I feel.
This is
about
why I'm
us
always
and
happy.
life. I
Yes.
know. I agree.
Happy people don't kill their husbands.
Or,
That's a movie scene.
another way to say what you just said is that people who want to succeed will soar higher just so the other stuff will fall away. And you don't have to deal with it anymore. You just keep soaring higher.
Or if you got good aim, you poop on the road.
Hey,
I'm an eagle, I'm gonna poop on the road.
well, you know what you just made me think about, and to go back to your relative who's a pilot, and I had a girl who's a pilot, and she had a dad who's a pilot. Think about a plane. You like hang on to that turbulence till you get above the storm, and then it's smooth sailing. So just keep going up.
And don't give any of your energy to the negativity.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have some oh shit moments along the way when you're gripping in you're gripping the seat.
Oh yeah.
I think I've said the S word 3 times now. So
Yeah.
that's my word of the day. I guess I need to change it.
No, that's fine. That's you like helping yourself.
Yeah. But
Get
the
higher.
smooth sailing's coming.
All right.
All right. What about health tip?
Yes. So health tip.
As if that wasn't helping to know that.
Yes, health tip. How often do you actually reverse the way that you are instead of being vertical instead of being horizontal? Like meaning, do you reverse it and put your legs up in the air?
Not that often.
We need to do this 15 minutes a day, and it's awesome for you to either lay on the ground and just put your feet against the wall, or what I do is I lay in the bed and put my feet up on the headboard because you want to reverse the blood flow going back to your brain. It increases oxygen to the neurons and will make you smarter for the rest of the day, and it also helps with circulation. So yeah, so
Love it.
15 minutes a day, put your legs in the air,
Above your heart.
above your heart.
How about varicose veins? Does that help with that? You think maybe?
Sure.
I remember I worked retail when I was like 18, 19, worked at Macy's, and somebody told me that because your legs hurt all day on those concrete floors.
Yeah.
And I would go home at that age and put my legs
Yes.
up.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It does help.
So tomorrow morning, just flip your little bum around and just put your legs on the headboard and just breathe.
And I bet it might help you if you've got a little bit of restlessness in bed, just to put those legs up. Restless leg syndrome or something.
Yeah.
Hey, awesome. That's good info. Hey, and that's our health tip in our show.
Y'all have a great week. We'll see you next time.
See y'all.
Soar like an eagle.